Happy Monday, everybody. My name is Brandon Rose, and welcome to episode 324 of the Xbox in 10 podcast, your weekly source of Xbox gaming news covered in around 10 minutes. Every Monday, this podcast covers new game releases, the previous week's gaming news, and we all learn an Xbox-related fun fact together. This show is on YouTube and podcast services around the world, so please subscribe in your favorite and leave a review. Xboxin10.com, no numbers, is your quick source for links to all of our podcast destinations, and social media profiles, which you can follow at Xboxin10. To start, let's talk game releases. The big game out last week was the Battlefield 6 open beta, apparently, and the games coming out this week include Echoes of the End, Rah Rah Boom, Tamari Trials, Viewfinder, Fae Falling, Duck Dangerous Ultimate Cartridge Kidnapper, Curse Rounds, Diamond Hands to the Moon, EA Sports Madden NFL 26, Dorframatic, Lost Twins 2, Relic Hunter's Legend, Steam Punch Lost Tombs, Toa Plan Arcade Collection Volume 1, Toa Plan Arcade Collection Volume 2, Bangman, Bendy Lone Wolf, Demons Are Coming, Girls of the Tower, Ghost of Time, spelled G-O-S-T, Maze Path of Light, Mind Over Magnet, and Zumba Treasure of the Marble Sea. There are some new games now available on Game Pass and or coming soon, and they are as followed. You can now play Rain World on Cloud Console and PC, Citizen Sleeper 2 Star Wars Vector Xbox Series X and S, Lonely Mountains Snow Riders Series X and S, Mech Warrior 5 Clans Series X and S, Orcs Must Die Death Trap Series X and S, Assassin's Creed Mirage Cloud Console and PC. On August 12th, you can play Aliens Fireteam Elite on Cloud Console and PC. Then on August 14th, Nine Kings Game Preview on PC. Now into last week's biggest news stories, and we have 5 to cover this week. Number 1, Xbox stops development on Contraband 4 years after initial E3 announcement. Rebecca Valentine at IGN writes, Xbox has stopped development of Contraband to, quote, evaluate the project's future, end quote, with a Bloomberg report saying the game is cancelled entirely 4 years after its initial E3 announcement. Bloomberg journalist Jason Schreier first broke the news on Blue Sky today, saying that Xbox is canceling Contraband, announced in 2021 from Avalanche Studios, Just Cause, after 4 years of radio silence, sources tell Bloomberg News. This was followed by an official confirmation from Avalanche on its website, which reads as follows. Quote, over the past several years, Avalanche Studios Corp. And Xbox Game Studios Publishing have collaborated on Contraband. Active development has now stopped while we evaluate the project's future. We are thankful for the excitement we've seen from the community since we announced, and will give an update on what's next as soon as we can. Contraband was originally announced for Xbox and PC at E3 2021 with a teaser trailer. At the time, we knew it would be set in a 1970s smuggler paradise called Bayan, but we didn't see any gameplay. Since then, we've seen nothing further of the game nor heard any progress on its development. However, we did report that in 2022, management and employees clashed over a controversial hire and lack of subsequent communication, a dispute that later inspired the studio to form an official union club and pressure the company towards signing a collective bargaining agreement. Xbox, meanwhile, has been canceling projects left and right, amid a mass layoff last month that saw 9,100 jobs eliminated, Microsoft-wide, including hundreds in gaming. In the aftermath, we learned that games including Everwild and Perfect Dark had been canceled. Another cancellation to add to the list, and I put this in the same ballpark as Everwild. This is not surprising. We have heard absolutely nothing. Nothing has even really leaked this game since they showed it in 2021. And yes, while at the time it was cool and Xbox exclusive from the people that made Just Cause, there wasn't really anything to be excited about. Some type of car combat game in the desert? I don't know. Number 2. Diablo series head Rod Ferguson leaves Blizzard after 5 years. Chris Scullion at Video Games Chronicle writes, Diablo series head Rod Ferguson has announced that he has left Blizzard. Ferguson, who was previously a program manager at Microsoft before working at Epic Games to lead on Gears of War, moved on to Irrational Games, 2K, and Black Tusk Studios, before returning to Microsoft to serve as studio head of the Coalition and work on Gears of War again. Ferguson then left the Coalition after nearly 5 years to join Blizzard and led the Diablo franchise, but following the sale of Activision Blizzard, he found himself under the Microsoft umbrella for the third time. Now Ferguson has taken to social media to confirm that he has stepped down from his role as Blizzard Senior Vice President and Diablo General Manager in search of a new challenge. This is a huge loss for Microsoft and Xbox. In the climate of layoffs and game cancellations, they found one of their greatest minds now leaving the company after he previously tried to leave them for Blizzard. Sad to see Rod Ferguson go. Everyone really wanted him to take a much bigger position in Microsoft and Xbox, and that is certainly not going to happen now. Number 3, the exact release date for the ROG Xbox Ally has leaked. Fraser Gilbert at Pure Xbox writes, "It looks like we have a release date for the ROG Xbox Ally. The data has leaked courtesy of the usual reliable Deal Labs magazine today, which is reporting that according to its information, an official date has finally been nailed down. The exact release date for the ROG Xbox Ally is seemingly October 16th, 2025. That date is said to be for the European market, and it's believed other regions will benefit from a simultaneous launch, although this has yet to be confirmed. The news will apparently be announced at Gamescom 2025 in a few weeks." A lot of people want their hands on this handheld. I'm curious to see what people think. This is Xbox's true first second-party foray into the handheld market, as yes, they're calling it an official Xbox handheld, but Microsoft itself didn't design it. Personally, I will be passing on this as I want that authentic first-party Microsoft-created handheld console that I'm hoping to come with at least the next generation of consoles at this point. Number 4, Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta's online multiplayer mode Fox Hunt gets a release window. Jordan Midler, Video Games Chronicle writes, "Konami has announced a release window for Fox Hunt, the upcoming multiplayer mode for Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Fox Hunt will be released in fall 2025 according to Konami and is described as a completely original online multiplayer mode unrelated to Metal Gear Online, which was released alongside the PS2 subsistence version of the original game. The mode is being developed by Yu Shihara, a veteran series designer who has worked on Metal Gear Solid 4 Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes, and The Phantom Pain. Quote, we really appreciate all the longtime fans of Metal Gear Online who have always wanted to see it make a comeback, but the landscape of multiplayer games has changed a lot since Metal Gear Online, end quote, Sahara said at the time of the mode's announcement. Quote, Fox Hunt utilizes the fundamentals of one of the popular game rules from Metal Gear Online and the sneaking gameplay elements iconic to the Metal Gear series, and the latest graphical enhancements that amplify the tension of hide and seek to a whole new level, end quote, reads a description for the mode. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, Konami's remake of the third game in the series, is planned to release on August 28th for PlayStation 5, Series X and S, and PC. Seems like a lot of people are quietly excited about this game. A lot of people are interested in Metal Gear Solid making a remake return in Delta Snake Eater. But I don't think I will be one. I have yet to play a single Metal Gear Solid game, and I feel like I want to go through the volume collection that they released and play through them in release order before I move on to these remakes. At number 5, Xbox Design Lab finally returns after shutting down last year. Sean Carey at True Achievements writes, the Xbox Design Lab is back online. In December 2024, Microsoft took down the Design Lab to switch to a new payment platform, and while many assumed this wouldn't take long, the website stayed down for months without any word on whether or not it would return. Now the Design Lab has returned with apparently more ways than ever to customize an Xbox controller. I wanted to highlight this because I think this is an awesome program that Microsoft offers to its customers. I personally have yet to design a controller because I feel like that's a slippery slope, and the fact that if I design a controller, I probably want to look at it more than I want to use it, which only helps my cause for getting a controller, but I can't play anything unless it's with the Elite Series 2. So, caught between a rock and a hard place, I'm going to save my money for now. As always, we end our show with a fun fact about Xbox, and who is Avalanche Studios Group, who was creating the canceled Contraband game. Credit to Wikipedia. Avalanche Studios Group is a Swedish video game developer and publisher based in Stockholm. It is a parent company that includes Avalanche Studios, Expansive Worlds, and Systemic Reaction. Founded by Linus Blomberg and Christoph Sundberg in March 2003, Avalanche Studios focuses on developing open-world projects and bases them on their proprietary Apex game engine, formerly known as Avalanche Engine. The company is best known for developing the Just Cause and the Hunter game series. There was some excitement for that Contraband game just because of the magic of that engine used for Just Cause. Now, if you're like me and haven't played a single Just Cause game, I'm sure you've seen some clips online of just how insane that engine is and what people can do with it. So a car combat game dedicated in that engine could have been pretty cool. Thank you all for listening to the Xbox in 10 podcast, your weekly source of Xbox gaming news covered in around 10 minutes. If you like the show, please subscribe on your favorite podcast service, share with your friends, leave a review, and follow on all social media at Xbox in 10. Past week, no time to game, but I'm about to get off, edit this, and then finally dip my feet and toes into the Battlefield 6 open beta. Cannot wait. My name is Brian Rose. You can follow me on Xbox at Brosen93. Hope you all have a great week. Stay safe and keep on gaming.